All right, we are live in the new studio. Built this thing today. It's not complete yet. Just started it. Basically framed it all out and made it so I got some new walls. Maybe the sound sounds better. I don't know. I'll have to do a little opera singing before la 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 la. So we'll see what happens. But now I don't have that big mess. And I don't have to worry about the dogs coming in right here. So a lot of work, but it was well worth it. How is everybody doing tonight? Who likes... Hey, Matt, check your email. Wayne, what's up, Wayne? How you doing? Milspec Grunt is in the house. Yancey Teal, there's Yancey. Keith Gregory. So I have a clear canvas, everybody. I got a flag right there that I'm going to put up right here. Now I can get rid of that beautiful flag because that was basically like a wall. But now I got walls. Alien Sipes is in the house. Alan Sipes is in the house. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the little one. I got a big one over there to look at. I'm doing great, brother. How about you? Do you guys like my my carpentry skills? I'll probably do a video on it. I still got to do the other side, shoot the other side. That side's going to be drywall. 45 auto. That is a big spray booth. Yeah, I can camouflage some shit in here, my friends. Woo! No, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I got no more mess down here. It's all on the other side of the wall. John Jeffries, how you doing, bud? And we got Junior out there hitting Steel, California. I'm excited. I left, it's a 10-foot ceiling. These are 8-foot, this wall here, the brown one you see. And I left that so I could let heat out and in and all that kind of stuff and get better circulation. So, you know, when I'm using it as a spray booth, which I shouldn't be, but I think it's going to look cool. How's the sound? Does it sound like it's working well? Spring cleaning. No, there is no spring cleaning. Right on the side of the thing over here is a complete, utter disaster of stuff. Everywhere. Everywhere. It is a mess. It's embarrassing. But when you're doing construction, right, you got stuff. You got stuff all over the house because you're trying to work on stuff. So I'm going to put my Farmageddon signs up over here. I got some ideas. I want to put the flag. What I want to do is I want to be able to make like this section here some type of like video background. And then if I record from this background, now this one's only 6 foot wide. This one's 8 foot wide. So acoustics are good, Alan says. Appreciate that. The now maybe some of you guys are photographers. Maybe some of you guys are I don't know, large, whatever. You're into the lighting and all the camera stuff and the backgrounds. I was originally going to get drywall, but this stuff, I call it masonite. People might call it other stuff, but we're building a skate ramp for my son, and I'm like, I'll just use 4 sheets of this stuff because it's dark. So I don't know. I was gonna go white, but I think it might like wash everything out. Do you guys have any? It sounds like an empty room. Matt says, "Does it? Do you think if I go white, it'll just kind of be too much? Because I don't want to paint it and then be all shit. I should have left it. So right now." I don't know. I put some stuff on it, whatever. Maybe I'll just leave it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. My plan was back in the day, along along with the flag, is to get one of those PVC banners made, and then just kind of run it in front of it, like an Is Your Six covered PVC banner. I don't even know if it's PVC. It's the same stuff they use for like soccer teams and all that vinyl, I guess. What's up, Lilith Morning Star? Thanks for showing up. Let's see, camo it and some posters. That'd be kind of cool. Rattle can that shit. I would think a white room would wash out everything. Okay. DW George is in the house. Watch out. What resolution are you set at? I don't know. I better check that. Glad somebody said something. Camera. I'm at 720p. That's as high as it'll go right now. That's as high as I can usually get it with internet. So if it's coming across crappy, I apologize. But I'm trying to, like, the camera's way over there. I'm trying to give you guys like a view of my big room. It's not even big, but it's not messy, which is cool. But it's 8 foot this way, plus it goes that way 3 feet. And then this way is 6 foot to that wall. Then I got a door. I might put a door in, not really sure. But now I only have a little spot I got to block the dogs, which is right. See that little spot right there? It's basically a door. You guys can see all my crap everywhere. Hold on a sec. Let me embarrass myself here. See, here's the flag I want to put up. There's the flag right there. I want to hang that flag like that. Look at all this crap I got, guys. This is all stuff that was just in my way today. So that's it. But yeah, that's the dog. That is the little door, per se. And I might build it out and actually put a door there and then just lock it. That way I don't have to worry about much. Right about there, I suppose. Whatever you do, don't do a damn patch wall. Yeah, I got one in my car, actually. Matt, I sent you a link if you want to come in here and help cause trouble. Danny Young, thanks for showing. Kathleen's got a little smiley face. In your area, my wife went to the grocery store again. You're totally breaking up. How about now? Am I back in action? If it freezes up, I apologize. Welcome to North Carolina, the mountains of North Carolina internet. I do apologize. Ray was hanging out over at Todd's live thing. He did it earlier. You should have been there, Rick. It was a good time. Man, Junior, I was building this stuff all day today. All day long. Actually, my son helped me out, so he definitely helped. WNC. Hey, WNC 817. How you doing? I would assume Western North Carolina 817. Am I right? Or is that some other WNC? You want me to drop it to 480? Let's try it. Oops, shit. Not that one. Not that button. Tell me how bad 480 is. Okay, I just switched it over, so it'll take you guys a couple minutes or a couple seconds here to see it probably. You're not missing anything anyways. This ugly ass. I should put it on one. No, okay. Well, that's cool, WNC. Thanks for showing up. You're new to the channel, so definitely take a look at all the crazy stuff we got in videos if you like shooting, whatever the case is. Long distance, 3-gun, BS and having fun, mostly screwing off. These guys will attest to that. What kind of watch is that, Rick? Well, it is. I don't know if I even get to the box. Here we go. I still been needing to do a review on this. This is the Garmin Fenix 5 Plus, and it is an awesome watch. And unfortunately, DW, what are you doing? How about guns on the wall? You guys can just ask questions. You don't have to do that thing. If you're not familiar, we got the $2 Patreon. And once we get some more people over there where we can have fun, I can show all the guns and all the fun and all the madness begins. So don't waste your money on that $1.99, the $2 thing, DW. I do appreciate it. I thank you very much. But that could have been a month's worth of fun. I put quite a few videos up on there, and a lot of times I'll put them out there for the Patreon, got people to see first, and then they can come over to, and then once they slow down, I'll pop them on the YouTube server. Jackson's in the house. That is Rick's 137 millimeter watch. 137 millimeters. Good God. It is, actually, I'll tell you the size. It's 51 millimeter. GPS mode for 33 hours, 96 grams it weighs. It'll last 20 days. So you don't have to charge it every day like an Apple Watch. Let me make sure I don't miss any of you guys here. I knew it. I would go with hearts and flowers on the wall. Kathleen, that's a good idea. We're going to have to vote on that, though, and see who agrees. And is everyone panic buying in your area? No. That's where I was at. Thanks, Kathleen, for putting me in the right spot. Little shiny objects always get me. So everything was good. She went grocery shopping. There was food. There was meat. There was no toilet paper. But there was basically everything, every normal item you would want to make dinner with. There wasn't, just like weird stuff that you normally wouldn't buy kind of stuff. So we're looking good here, at least right now. John Jeffrey says, you have a chance to see Daily Shooter stream from his afternoon outside the... I have not. I have been doing this thing all day long. I know it doesn't look like much, but there's like every 16 inches there's studs, and then I got 2 up there, and they interlink like you're supposed to build walls, and same thing on the bottom. And there was one screw up over here where the 4-foot was. I didn't have a stud there for some reason, so I had to put one in. And then I had to drill into the concrete so I could do that because it's a free floating wall. And I don't do. Oh, here we go. Got Matt getting ready to jump on here. Look at that. And we have Matt from RTT Guns and Gear. What's going on, buddy? Are you there?
Day 34. Coronavirus quarantine. I have found out that cats taste like bacon.
They do? I need a couple cats. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. I don't know what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to do a sticker patch thing. I saw that. I started cracking up.
Let me open up you have a chat here. The nice thing about the StreamYard is that, well, but you can't, like, I can't reply to people.
You got to do it through the YouTube like we used to have to do.
You know,
And then pause it or whatever.
but you are able to see the comments, which is cool.
Yeah, and you can just tell them if there's something good. That was funny. Day 32. Let's see. Did you have to smoke the cat first to make it taste like bacon, or is it just straight up taste like bacon?
Oh, raw.
Raw? Oh, raw. Wow. All right. That's what I was wondering. So that's good. Let's see. 45 ordered 2 lowers from Brownells. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. Huh.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah, and long-haired cats taste different than short-haired cats. I found that out.
Which one do you prefer?
Short-haired, there's less stuff to pick out of your teeth.
Okay. So we're not skinning it. You just basically you catch it and bite it in the neck. All right. Got it. Bad Billy 429. Hey, look at there. We got KB 32 in the house. Stop touching your faces, Philip says. Boom.
Well, I can't see
All right,
that.
let me switch screens so we can all have a. Nope, not that one.
You're gonna have to show me how to use this StreamYard thing here, man.
Well, you know what? There we go. I got quite a few hours behind StreamYard. Let me tell you what.
Know this. What's up, Matt?
What's up, man? Hey, have you guys heard of I think it's called T3. No, not T3. I'm trying to find it in my Instagram.
Tomanera.
They make lowers and only lowers. I thought it was called T3, but isn't T3 a body armor?
All right, guys, Cutaway 32.
Cutaway 32 here. Check it out. I don't know.
I'm sorry about that.
We got a conservative sniper. Those do work for 100,000 gallons. I remember I did the video, and then in the comment section I put 100,000 gallons. They're definitely better than the straws because you can put a lot more through them, but they're a little bigger, heavier to carry, but they're still light as can be. So I have not seen your email though.
They're bigger and longer and thicker, so when you suck on them, they, you know.
All right, we got kids in the somewhere. I don't know. They're probably watching and not supposed to.
Man, friend, family. But you were talking about long, thick, and you
That's
know.
right.
Well, I'm sorry, my dog is right over there. Hey, Brookie, can you say hi? She's a Roblox. What is it? Roblox? Roblox? Yes.
Roadblocks.
Roblox. She's a
Go to
Roblox.
bed. Todd likes my soothing voice that's from California and Carolina accent.
Daddy, the game is called Roblox. The money on the game is called Robux.
Yeah,
Yes, my darling.
dummy.
I know.
Duh.
Are you losing? Is that why you came over here? She's kicking your ass right now.
My wife is down the street getting hammered up at a neighbor's house, and I'm stuck here with the kids, man. We're kind of self-quarantining, kind of, you know, sticking tight until I really got to go out and do some things. But I'm going to tell you something, man. It's just, now I know why some mammals do eat their young. So.
Well, now, so far in the chat, we've only been going 20 minutes. We've eaten raw cats, short hair and long hair, and now it's younglings.
And ketchup makes them crispy.
That's right. Fuzz Fork 8's in the house. I saw your video, Fuzz Fork. I went over there and watched some of it, and then I got distracted with something else.
Yeah, I'm still freaking pissed about Cheaper Than Dirt and Lucky Gunner and all these. Yeah, I'm still mad as shit about that.
I know. I saw your video.
I had a guy that I shouldn't be pissed off about. I was like, you know, the government needs to get in there. There's price gouging and there's laws. He's like, you know, why are you complaining? You're the first one that says the government's ought to stay out of this shit, and you're going to jump in there. It's like fucking capitalism. And I was like, no, there's capitalism, and then there's this bullshit. And those motherfuckers will pay down the road. I mean, God, $900 for 1,000 rounds of
They
9
should
mil.
already go belly up if we would have done what we're supposed to do.
68 cents a round for tool ammo, 9mm. Are you kidding? Well, and Lucky Gunner, they upped everything 200%, which isn't as bad as cheaper than dirt, but still, I mean, yeah. Lucky, I have it posted on my community part of my page, a screenshot from Lucky Gunner. I can't remember the two different ammos that I posted there, but they were up 200% than what they would normally be. Oh, one was oh shit, I can't remember. But either way, it's bad.
I had one guy say, "Well, god dang, Palmetto State Army's bumped their stuff up 30%." I was like, "Can you tell me exactly what ammo they have bumped up 30%?" And it's I do a lot of shopping at Big Daddy Unlimited, and all they've done is out of stock. If they ain't got it, they're not trying to sell it for an ungodly amount of money.
Yeah, J&G Sales here in Arizona, they're level playing. I mean, they're not swimming in ammo. They're out of a lot of stuff, but Hornady 135 grain plus P is $18 a box. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Hey, Elster, I talked to Josiah yesterday, and he was telling me you got demonetized too, or is that not true, or what's going on?
Elster got demonetized? Shit.
Something about it, but he did say that Elster's is a great channel, but he was like, that RTT guy can kiss his ass. You know, he just said those guys at PSA don't like him for some reason. I don't know.
I was actually going to say, because you said something about the 30%. I don't even like PSA, but 30% is what I would consider to be a basic markup that any business would do.
They actually did. They had to do an increase like 10%, and that was it. And they said there's some certain items. I told them, I said, more people are more pissed off about the getting rid of the free shipping, because the free shipping was like that's a natural bonus as far as I'm concerned. And but you know what they did was they closed all the retail stores, but they took all the employees from the retail stores and put them over into the manufacturing process side. And they're keeping everybody employed through this whole process, because they can control the people coming in and out of their own place. They can't control the customers. And I got a lot of respect for companies that are trying to keep everybody employed through this bullshit. You got to think about it, man. The restaurants, people who the normal Bernie Sanders voters, your wait staff, your cooks, the Mexicans, whatever. Anyway. Those are the people who are going to suffer the most by the mandatory, these counties and these cities saying, hey, we need to shut the restaurants down. So we'll even if I'm home, we are trying to support the local restaurants and to keep the people moving and keep them employed, man, because this is bigger. This is monumental, the shit that's going on.
We're hiring. Like, not only have we kept working like it was nothing at my job, but we're hiring. Like, I interviewed 2 people today.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like, we need more than 10 people in this building to get our shit done. So, come on. Hey, Billy, this isn't cardboard. Oh, Matt's gonna have another snack.
This is the one that has survived. Only because she's the fattest.
You got her plumped up. We were talking about, somebody said, what if the food runs out? I said, I got 2 dogs. One's lean and another one is well marbled.
The other one's what?
So our purchasing guy at work is vegetarian. And even though he's vegetarian, he's a nice guy. He mentioned what happens if food runs short. And I looked right at him. I said, well, you're grass-fed.
That's right. See that arm right there? Never have I seen anything like this in all my years. Philip, this shit happens 3 times a week at least.
Well, I think he's talking about the coronavirus, not this.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about. You-
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Fuzz Fork says there's a few people missing some thumbs ups. We're all entertaining you guys. All you got to do is hit the thumbs up button. That's the most work you got to do. Just go click on the thumbs up.
Oh, okay. So how's this work? You're on this duck streamer, whatever the hell it's called. Quack streamer. Quacky.
Yeah, Quacky. It's called StreamYard.
Yeah. So I got we got demonetized and all, so I decided, all right, I'm just gonna do the Patreon thing. I'm gonna just try and see what it's about. And you know what? It was a lot of cool people who came to the aid. I'm trying to get monetized back, and as soon as that happens, I'm gonna turn the Patreon thing down. But I got to figure out how to do this live stream thing on the Patreon deal, because I promised those guys I'd show them the gun collection. And then I got to go canoeing or fishing in a canoe on a deep lake somewhere right after I show.
Fishing in a canoe? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fishing in a canoe. So
it's very easy. So that basically, after you get your StreamYard going, you go, oh shit, that reminds me. You got to go back to your YouTube.
I like how Rick is like kicking his feet back, like it's so easy, dude. This is how you do it. When like 4 days ago, I'm on the phone with him explaining to him how to do it.
No,
somebody needs me. I am here for you.
No, Matt. I asked Matt. I'm like, hey, how do I figure this shit out? And we sat on the phone and talked about it for a while, and he hooked me up, told me the tricks of the trade, and now I'm okay at it for sure.
Yeah, I'm online right now. I see bolt carrier groups. I'm a BCG whore.
You are an idiot. How many of those? You're gonna give me a couple of those, right? Because you got like 50 of them.
You need one? I've got another 7 or 8 coming in.
I'm just being an ass, but you never know. I could use one. Hey,
whatever you want, man.
I had a chance to shoot that AKV. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked how Ray stuck his phone in right there in front of your phone on that one port of it. I was like, that was funny as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little bamboozled on that one, but it worked out good.
That's all right.
I have that video footage too, but I like putting stupid stuff in there like that.
I think we've got that 9mm PCC of Ray's for the last. What's up, Jackson? I think we traded guns out. God, I think it's been 2 or 3 months, man, and it's just fuck. Every time I turn around, something's going wrong or something's going to where I can't get going. I don't know. We'll see.
You sound better than you sounded the other day.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm fine. My wife is sick now. She woke up this morning going, I got the coronavirus. I just know I got it. And I'm like, what? 98.7. You ain't got the coronavirus. Quit it. Are you sure?
I got 98.7.
The telltale sign. If your ass is running a temperature, then you're done. I said, and besides that, how about quit going out in public, running around all over the damn place and going to the gym and all this other shit. And next thing you know, oh, I got coronavirus. I said, no shit. You bring you and your damn coronavirus home to the house. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was warned to stop licking people today. So
that's ridiculous.
I would say that's a good start. But I take a pinky and stick it up their asshole and get a good flavor, and then
I used to do that.
You're safe that way, you know.
See, that's what I thought. Well, I was a thumb, but I mean, it still like you see. I mean, I don't get it. I was really offended when I was told to stop licking people.
I saw this video of this little chick, this little girl, she's about 5 or 6 years old, just licking the shit out of a handrail, and I was just like, oh my god. Jackson asked about the class in PA. We're going to do 2 of them right now. Basically, it's a matter of just getting online and figuring out what dates are available and doing the deposit on the range. But I tell you what's going to be a lot of fun is we're going to do it. We're going to be maybe a Wednesday, Thursday class time, and we've got a classroom available to us in 1,000-yard range and a 500-yard range. But it's going to be a blast.
Are you required to have a 1 MOA gun?
Are we requiring people to have a 1 MOA gun?
Yeah. Or
Is that one of his requirements? I'm just hosting it, man. I don't know. Fucking, he's the instructor.
no,
I'm walking around.
I think his idea 1.5 MOAs.
Here's the whole.
You
Tell a
gotta
guy
MOA. Be able to shoot
or
1.5 MOA. I think is what he had required in the last class.
to get you there. I mean, if you got a 1 MOA gun, you're going to be able to shoot just about anything anywhere. So, it's a good thing to have a 1 MOA gun, but a lot of people are just for some reason or another. I mean, like Daniel, God is my judge. He's a Navy guy. His probably the best that he can go is probably 3 or 4 MOA. Okay, it's just how it is. That's the way it is.
That's the Navy guy.
Air Force. Air Force is 2 or 3 MOA. Air National Guard, whatever, those kind of things. So just
How about a fireman? How many? What kind of MOA does a fireman need?
MOA, fire. You need to get them fucking feet down, man. They look like no.
I'm sure my panther feet.
It looks like a paw.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. That didn't work.
Yeah, I look tall.
Rocks through.
I look tall.
30 miles. U.S. Coast Guard. Yeah. Coast Guard, you know what? I got a lot more respect for those guys after they were pounding on top of that little subterranean whatever thing.
Yeah, but that was a Marine.
That was a Marine that was jumping on top of that thing?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I did see the crayons that were written on top of the thing, so that's a funny thing. I tried out for the I failed the damn physical. No matter how hard I could, I could get a scar over my head.
About us Navy guys. That's right. Tell them, Tim Davis.
The nice thing about being a Navy guy is you're a Navy guy and a fireman. So where you come in, Rick?
I come in as the fireman.
Okay.
And the construction guy built the wall. How's that?
Oh, hey, speaking of building the wall, so I had a guy that I was working with. This kid, he's 25 years old. He's working in a welding yard right now, just off the border. He doesn't have to do anything but stand there and weld caps on top of these bollard posts for $60 an hour.
You were telling me that. That's crazy.
$60 an hour to do a little bit of welding throughout the day for the fence, for the border.
I did a federal building one time, and we had a sprinkler fitters. Because we were working on third shift in an active federal building, we had to have a sprinkler fitter on site that could mitigate if a sprinkler system got hit. Guy sat there and watched videos on his computer and made $95 an hour.
Woo!
Yep.
Damn.
Premium time, baby. Premium time and a half. That much, and you know the 10 knockers are like, well, I bet we're the highest paid guys here because it's a federal job. I gotta like go around and verify everybody's paychecks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, no, you're not the highest paid guy here. Boy, you would have seen them fuckers got all pissed off. And I said, you need to go talk to the machine operators operating the elevator because that fucker sits on his ass all night long and makes $75 an hour.
Good God.
Crazy.
Good. Oh, you got to be born into the machine operators union, man. That's I work big construction projects, and that's all we do is union jobs. And yeah, those. And you know what? Hey, Tim Davis, I'm gonna tell you something. That everybody thinks all these jackasses out there, oh, go, you need a college degree to compete. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Learn to trade. These sons of bitches out there making $150,000 a year operating an elevator or a crane. They're making $140,000 a year as a plumber. Electricians are making $150,000. And I'm talking about, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, that kind of thing. I got pissed off at a fucking electrician come in, a low voltage guy was making more than me, and I was like, you know what? You're fired.
I've been a welder fabricator for 23 years. I make $18 an hour.
Oh, God, okay. Where you're out in what? Nevada?
Tucson, Arizona.
It's out west. Yeah. Next big casino job we get, we'll bring you out there. I'll make you a project manager, and then that way you can tell the fuckers what they're doing wrong.
You guys are all jacked up. This is not right, man. I'll be running around saying,
Oh, no. Oh, hell, look at that bead. That shit ain't right. Come on, let me do a slag gauge on that thing. Here, knock the slag off that fucking thing.
Walk up there, look at that bead. Jesus Christ, Helen Keller, where's the
birds? Everybody's shitting on this weld over here, it looks like.
Okay, so I finally found it. I haven't been ignoring everybody. While I'm looking down, I'm looking for this Instagram, the third gen tactical. That's who I was talking about at the beginning of all this when we were talking, when somebody mentioned lowers. Yeah. They build some outstanding looking aluminum lowers. And it's the 3RD, like third gen tactical. And they're not that bad. They're like $130 for a lower. And it's all, I mean, these things are fucking fancy looking. But they only make one. I believe they only make one.
Hold on, I've got their Facebook pages here.
Okay.
I'll be like, hi, Cuttaboy 32 here. I'd like to test out like 10 of your lowers for like me and my friends.
I was gonna message him, but
that is good looking lower.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Now is that CNC?
I'm sorry.
Is that forged or CNC?
I'm on their website right now. Let me industry leading 5-step finishing process. Aircraft billet aluminum, so it's CNC.
Okay.
If it's it started out as a billet piece, so it has to be CNC.
Yeah, how much is it?
For shop. Check. Lower receipt. I think because I was on here yesterday. I think it was 130. Oh no, 190.
That's still ain't bad. I'll tell you, a company that I got bought out by CMC, Santan, Santan.
I've heard of them.
They're $330 for a billet upper and lower matched. Bad as hell. And if had I not been demonetized, I'd been able to buy one. But my shit's been like,
what they did to me.
I don't know what happened, but I got freaking Googled badly right now.
What they did to me was, now they haven't demonetized my channel. I'm probably not big enough for them to even take notice yet. But what they do is they demonetize each video so that I have to request a review. And it takes them 3 days to come back with a review. And so all the views are already dead. I mean, it's already been viewed. So it's a soft demonetization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On occasion, what would happen is like I'd have an old video that would all of a sudden catch on. And that's where you made your money. But you know what killed me is that, and I bashed the shit out of people who did the Patreon thing a long time ago. But they were, here's the whole thing. They were monetized and they were Patreon. And I guess that was, and I've got my ass handed to me by a couple viewers. They were like, you suck. You fucking you promised everybody you would never do this. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. You get your fucking paycheck ripped out from underneath you. It supplies everything. And you want to sit here and judge me, you motherfucker.
Well, I told Rick when he was going to do the Patreon. I told him in the chat part of one of his live things. I said, look, so I think a lot of people, and this isn't what I told. So I said to Rick, I said, if you can make money doing what you like to do, fucking go for it. But what's the statistic? Something like 85% of all people die having never done what they loved for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get, I don't care if it's YouTube, I don't care if it's welding on high-rise steel. If you can get paid doing what you love to do, fucking go for it. What I don't like in YouTube, and I think this is where some people get their wires crossed, is like bad review or good reviews on bad products because you're getting paid to.
Yeah.
That's
I had a guy tell me one time. He said,
now I mute my thing for a minute.
The same motherfucker. Excuse me, Brooke. He's my 8-year-old daughter right there. The same fucking asshole makes these comments. I've never heard you do a bad review on anything. And I go, asshole, what I do is I show you the product. I don't make a comment. If I say at the end of the day I like it, that means I like it. But if you haven't caught on by now that when I do a review and I'm just showing you the bare nuts, here's the deal. Yeah, look at this. This doesn't do this. This doesn't do this. And I leave it alone. I don't have to sit there and go, I hate this fucking product, to be an honest review. And these fucking dickhead hey, close your ears. Motherfucking pieces of shit out there don't know how much hard goddamn work goes into this thing. I always try to look for the positive in everything. But what I do is I go, all right, look, it's a piece of aluminum versus a piece of steel. Some guy asked me, goes, well, you haven't gotten a DS Arms fucking bolt carrier group with this aluminum. You haven't done, how many rounds does it last? And I go, well, I don't know, jackass. I don't have any money to spend 5,000 rounds to figure out if this aluminum bolt carrier is going to fucking last. I've been told by the manufacturer that it'll last at least 6,000 rounds, which is good for an aluminum carrier. And that's all you're going to expect out of it. But I'm not going to go out of my fucking way to spend $2,000 so I can answer your fucking question. Fucking shitheads.
Yeah, I mean, and this Philip down here, he said, if it's a piece of trash, call it what it is. I do that often. If I get a hold of something that's a piece of trash, I mean a real piece of trash.
Okay, so I'm a little bit more politically correct than you are, and I will. You know what? That I respect you a lot for. Again, I've actually stopped the video in mid-strike, going, no, can't do it. See you, bye. But I've only done that like 4 times. But here's the whole thing. A lot of the people out there, they just don't get it. Yeah, I tell you what, Daniel, I've tried to expel the kids. I've tried to have them removed from the classroom. I have been fired for drinking on the job. I just don't know what the hell else I'm supposed to do with these kids that we're teaching. It's crazy. Anyway, all right. So the teacher's got to get another drink. I'll be right back. Oh, by the way, I've taken 3 Tylenol PMs. This might get interesting tonight. Be right back.
It always gets interesting when you show up, Coda Boy.
Lilith Morningstar said she's apparently she saw the review where I shot those scopes because they didn't work right. How about that Chinese GoPro that was sent to me? Where I'm like,
that was hilarious. They try to send me that shit all the time, and I'm like, no thanks. That stupid little target catcher thing that they wanted? I was cracking up when you were talking about that. I'm like, what is that supposed to do with a freaking?
I told him, I was like, I'm sorry, I will review anything gun and gear related as long as it's not a freaking toy.
Yeah. It's like
you can send me some Chinese bipod, and I will be online and I'll say, look, I've tested it. Here's me shooting it. This is what I think of it. It's made in China. Do with that information what you will. You know.
there, now I got something in the background at least.
Rick, okay, you may have discussed this before, but what's up with what's up with the car?
I built a new studio.
Oh shit, dude, you're going big time.
It's a clear, clean canvas. I haven't done anything. I just put the walls up today.
He's building himself a jack. How
It's pretty cool in here. I like it. It's I'm trying to be like that. Who's that jackass on YouTube? Coda KB32 or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to be that.
Kubota boy.
Kubota, boy, yeah. Pops Questus is.
Cat is dead. How about that, man?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, spice it up in there.
That's
why didn't we put the flag up? Well, it's supposed to be presented in that way.
Is it?
Yes.
The field
The
of
other flag is it's huge.
Go out with my damn flag.
The field is always on the top left.
Yeah, the flag that's this way that you guys normally always see, the only reason why that is there is I can't go the other way because it's too long and I'll hit the ground.
It's the only flag. It's the only flag that you don't do this with. The American flag you actually do this with to turn upright because the field has to be on the top left. Every other.
Hold on. Look, man. I'm not that bright. So if you could get a dry marker board out, or
It's mostly,
flag,
you have your flag right on your videos this way.
dude, I have my flag right because I was lucked out, but I've had it up wrong once, and I got my ass handed to me.
As you should.
I've got a damn 16-foot flag rolled up in the back of my car window. I'm waiting for somebody to fucking give me shit. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so
Okay, it's Carl Road.
Good.
So when you have a flag like that,
Okay.
the stripes and the twinkling stars,
What's up?
you don't do this with it because
Yep.
it's on the wrong side.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have to
Flip it.
do that.
Thank you. Because the phone thing was just, I'm just, dude, I'm not that bright. I always tell people, I said, I'm not the smartest man in the room, but shit, I know how to lead.
I got a little overboard with my whiteboard.
I like it. I want one of those.
Yeah, you need one
I
of those.
heard classes online about proper etiquette in the Constitution and how the assholes in this world are trying to rule us and it out of guilt.
Yes, Bad Billy. Real walls, double tops, 16-inch on center, and double bottoms, concreted into the ground.
Did you do partial T's or full T's in the corners?
Partial T's.
Oh, you suck. All right, never mind. I knew he was a Mexican. Sorry.
I don't know what a partial T is because there's one for this side.
Dude, you were doing good.
There was a stud here, and then
Right.
there's a stud on the outside. So when I go across the wall, there's something to nail into.
This is your dude. This thing's awesome, man.
It's cool, man. So the plan is this, KB. This way, when I'm filming this way, this will be a background of some sort, and then this way, over here.
Shit out of it is what you should do. Hey, so can you show guns on your live chat?
Yeah, on my Patreon live chats is where it gets crazy.
Okay, so I need to learn how to do that because all right, so everybody wants to know. I don't give a shit if you want 1 month, but I'm going to do the top 10 of my favorite AR rifles and then the top 5 hated AR rifles for the Patreon guys.
There you go.
And then I got to go for a canoe fishing trip and a deep sea activity.
There you go. That's the only way we can shoot guns on here. It sucks. Scary.
It's
Oh my
a
god.
lot. Don't scare people.
When it hangs like that, it's called a banner. I covered it with Masonite.
Somebody went through the NCO board. Oh, DW, I love you, buddy.
What do you say?
I gave myself a haircut last night.
It looks good, actually.
My wife calls this my axe murder look.
Look a little like Drew Carey.
Let me show you something.
Oh, fuck. Come on, man.
I got a lot of people that want me to camo this wall. The problem is if I put my guns up, you'll never see them.
Dude, I like that.
It turned out bitching. This side here is 8 feet long, and
Wow.
then that side is 6 foot long. Well,
Yeah, you need. I agree. You need to green screen one of those walls.
I should, huh? I should do this one. Well, you know those. You know how I like the videos where like you're like talking, but then there's a picture over here. So
Layers.
no, yeah, you can do that too. But like everything's like a, I don't know, white. Not, I don't think white would be good in here because it'll like light this up too much. I think it'll be too much lighting. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try all sorts of stuff.
I'll tell you what, man. You guys are awesome. This has been a good chat.
The slat wall. I don't know about the slat wall. I've always had that big flag, but it's basically just to keep. There's that big old flag, and then underneath it, like along here, was a bunch of crap just to keep the dogs out of my gun area.
The problem with the big flag is it will actually screw up your white balance if you got your camera on auto because of the red in it. You're better off doing like a gray. That'll keep a gray background will keep everything true.
Yep. Yeah, I play hell with because on mine, one half, let me see where I'm standing. Yeah, from here over is a flag behind me. And then on this side is my shelf with a couple guns and magazines and all that on it, because I stand in the corner. And when I'm doing the editing process, I play hell balancing everything out to try to get it to look right. I am either very yellow or the whites, in the background are very yellow. And then when I try to go the other direction, it turns blue. And I mean,
that's when you just get creative and you make yourself look like antique. I keep my camera. Matter of fact, I shoot with this guy right here. This is a Panasonic Lumix G7. These things for like $4.99. And before I got demonetized, I was planning on buying another one just so I could have like, hi there. And because when you go big time. But anyway, I just keep that thing on auto and I adjust the white balance in the whatever you call it, the post stop.
Yeah.
Jerry Parker got the answer. Gray camo would look badass in here, I think.
A great camo, dude. Yeah. And that way you'll have to explain to everybody why you're not a Navy guy.
Great camo. That way it looks like a rap video.
Oh, Bad Billy's telling me to put these. Where the hell's the camera at?
Yeah, conservative sniper hunter. That's exactly why.
Flats. The whole guns and shit.
Yep. Oh yeah, you can buy that too. But can you put your guns behind you in a live chat?
Yes. You just can't hold them.
You can't touch them.
Yeah.
Or transporting them, or moving them in the car. I listen. I've read the demonetization bullshit over and over again. But yeah, conservative sniper. That's exactly why I did my own head. I am not wanting some dude with a lisp cutting my hair.
Hey, by the time you're allowed out of your house, you're gonna have a full head of hair like Matt. Anyways, it won't matter.
Dude, that guy. How long you been growing your hair, Matt?
I
had a business partner. You got to clarify these days. He actually did his for life.
I've actually grown ever since I got out of the Navy. My hair has been growing, and I trim it occasionally, and it's years. I mean, just years and years. It's been. I think I cut it short once in the early 2000s, I think, but other than that, it's been growing ever since and falling out and breaking off and growing and falling out and breaking off.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, your beard is immaculate. It is well manicured and it is absolutely beautiful, man. That beard is fucking. I've got the red head, big hair thing going on, so it's like once it starts getting curly out here, it just looks like pubic hair. You can't manage it, so you go down to a number 3 and just cut it, trim it off, look good.
I just wish I still had color because I'm getting tired. I'm 42 years old. I'm getting tired of being called boomer.
Boomer? You're silverback. What are you talking about?
I know. I'm saying that because of the gray beard. Getting tired of being called boomer. I'm fully 42 years old. Damn it.
Yeah, we had
Dude, man, you look pretty good for 42 there, stud muffin. This fucking old fucker over here, he and I are what? How old are you, Rick?
Or I'll be 49 in August, or maybe 50.
You call me grandpa.
I don't know. I'll either be 50 or 49. 71.
I'm 50.
I don't know. At this point, it doesn't really matter.
Age doesn't matter. You try to stand up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
You gotta pull your rap.
When I turned in my 50s, I will tell you that when you got to go pee, that means you got to go pee. There's no fucking around pee time. You don't try to hold off because you will piss yourself going to the bathroom just trying to get there.
Thanks, Tim. Tim Davis, my calculator.
But I will tell you this. And this is a bath. This is a plug right here. This stuff right here.
What the hell is that?
It's a testosterone booster. And my nickname after I started taking this shit, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Oh, geez, here we go. We are going down a path of madness.
Oh yeah, they just call me the jackhammer.
There we go, and we went down the path of
I'm talking about 1 or 2 times. I'm talking about 4 times. That's the record. 4 times.
Nobody cares. Right here. Never trust a fart either. Florida Dirty Fisherman says.
There's so much about the last 2 minutes that my brain will unfortunately never forget.
Oh well, and you know what, Matt? That's a good thing, because that's why people love what we do. Because
hey, KD, you got John. We kind of let it out on the bag last night. Was it last night? About running that sniper match, you and I as a team. So just so you know, there's a comment out there from John. Of course, this guy, he might have to stop and pee. Of course, I'll probably be right there with him. We're like, do we care how much time this stage is, Coda Boy? Nah, let's go pee.
No, dude, we're gonna have fun. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get together a couple weeks beforehand. We're gonna practice a couple times. We're gonna set up one. I've got that 2800.com, okay, and we'll set up one Kestrel, and we'll set up 2 profiles and lace the target, get the firing solution, dial it in, shoot, boom, you're done.
My Kestrel should be here within the next few days. So I got one ordered.
All right. Yeah, that 2800.com is fucking. It's probably second to having the Raptor. I mean, it's basically the same thing, except you.
That would be nice.
And you've seen how well the Raptor worked when it was actually,
Yeah, it works badass.
sure.
You got something telling you what to freaking hold over? Perfect. 007.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I've been practicing. I've been shooting. I need more practice, but
So, yeah, so I was actually did a video when I went out and bought 2,000 rounds, bought bullets, 55 grain today, 2,000 rounds of 9mm, and then 1,000 rounds of 77 grain Sierra.
so that costs what, $153,000 now?
No, I spent so Monday I went out and bought 9mm, bought 1,000 rounds, anyway, I spent about $700 or $800. But I've got enough ammo, I got enough bullets and shit and powder to get me through the end of the year. So, and I shoot a fucking lot. There's a lot of people are out there going, I gotta go out and get my 500 rounds. I was like, fuck, 500 rounds lasts me about 2 or 3 weeks. So, and I've seen Matt shoot. He goes out and fucks the shit up, man. That guy fucking loads it out. But
He goes to that. Where's that at, Matt? You're like it's like a house that's not there. So there's like these like walls, like brick wall things. Like
There's
cool.
2 places I go. One's an abandoned ranch that the cartel used to use, and I've pretty much occupied it at this point so that they don't come back. And the other one is an abandoned mine.
Nice.
And the abandoned mine is probably what you're talking about.
Well, it's kind of like walls, maybe shoulder height.
Oh yeah, no, that's the basement of the smelter.
Okay, yeah, and it's like rock walls.
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah.
Yeah, it's in a little town called Sasco that no longer exists because in 1917 or whenever the hell it was, the Spanish flu killed everyone.
ooh, nice.
Perfect.
Yep. There's a little tiny. I'm surprised. You know what? I'm surprised this hasn't made it into any of my long vlog videos. Right around the corner from that is the cemetery from the town. It's kind of cool to look at, and kind of weird at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, Levi.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming in. Yeah, Bad Billy does not have to worry about ammo anytime, ever.
I got this 2 weeks ago.
That's what you ordered when we were on the last chat, right? Together?
You know what? I might have.
Yeah, you ordered some ammo when we were talking.
For 11 cents a round.
Nice. Now it's worth 70 cents a round.
Now cheaper than Jerk charges 68 cents a round.
Fuck tards. How close are you? Let's see, KB32. How close are your bones to becoming 416R stainless?
Yeah, not too much after I just sit there and did a review on the Ballistic Advantage 20-inch barrel because it's 416R rusted stainless steel, and it's going to go like so. Say for instance, you do a review, and I got this endoscope thing with the 90-degree mirror on it, and I put it up through this barrel, and it's just brown. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, you see this landing with all the brown stuff. Let's just put some ammo through this thing and figure out if it actually is accurate. So, and I talked to those guys over there, Clint Hansen, and he's like, I have a metallurgist who will beg to differ. And I go, okay, so I'll just tell you right now, it is what it is, dude. Every barrel I've ever gotten from you guys is full of fucking rust.
Don't you love that? Don't you love that bullshit? The internet expert, dude. Just a couple days ago, somebody had mentioned about how you're gonna ruin your gun. Like, don't shoot steel case ammo because it ruins your gun like really fast. I'm like, dude. And then, of course, then they put up the the Lucky Gunner article that the test that Lucky Gunner did, and I was like, oh, that's cute, because it was like another 100 people swarmed this dude. It's like, I got like 10,000 rounds. This guy, I got like 50,000 rounds of steel case down a couple guns. I'm like, well, I read an article about this once.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. The only thing that steel case ammo is going to do is it's going to wear your extractor out and your bolt. That's it. It's not going to make a damn bit of difference. And Bad Billy, I didn't mean it wasn't accurate. I just said the thing was just fucking brown with a bunch of rust. But as far as
It probably went away as soon as you shot a few rounds through it, right?
well, it's going to get covered up. But I mean, that's the whole thing. The copper coefficient is going to get grooved in. You're going to fill it up, and it's going to get accurate. Here's the thing with barrels these days: the companies are. I mean, the technology is there. They're doing the button barrels. They're dragging it through, and they're just badass.
I gotta take this out. I'll be back.
I gotta take this out.
But I will tell you,
Ray's did well. We shot that new Proofs 6 Creedmoor. And
I talked to him today. I heard. I was just like, oh. I said, well, just
awesome.
keep rounds, dude.
It was an
I
awesome.
got a barrel that. Hold on 1 second. I got to order a number 2 at McDonald's. I love him. I go. He always calls me when he's ordering food. But
Daniel,
huh?
Who's calling you right now?
No one's calling me.
Oh,
Daniel. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a copper overload, but Elster's Lake City Press, he said 23 point target. You know what? Here's the thing, Elster's.
It's too light of a.
I've got 45 different rifles I got to develop loads for. That's where the problem lies. The problem is where I'm at right now. I'm going to develop a load. I will not waste my time on other rifles, but I will develop a load for my 16.5 inch, my 16 inch, and my 20 inch, and that's it. The 16 inch
box ammo with everything else.
Yeah. So and also I've got some 77 grain Sierras, and I'm going to go ahead and recreate the Johnny reloading bench, whatever he had out there for the 8202 IMR, and we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: all I want to do is develop for a 16 inch my 3-gun rifle that's good out to 600 yards, and Matt's going to show us how the flag works again. Hold on.
That's 69 grain. Just run those 69 grain.
No, screw that 69 grain, man. If it works for an everyday load, I've got 50 rounds of that loaded up right now, and we'll figure out what rifle it works best in.
What, the 69 grain Hornadies?
Yeah, no, the 69
match, I mean?
Sierras.
Yeah. That's a good round.
No, it's a great round. I actually had to go back and look at some of the videos I've done. Now, one of the cool things about YouTube is that when I do a load development, those videos stay up. So I'm actually able to go back and look at them. And the 69 grain with the 223 CFE, that did well. But here's the thing: how well will it do out of my proof barrel, my 16-inch proof barrel, and the 3-gun rifle? And how well will it do out of the 20-inch barrel with the proof research barrel carbon fiber wrap? And then
are they the same current? The twist?
What? Yeah, they're 1-in-8 twist.
But
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's barrel specific. You can have 2 barrels, and Elster's he'll back me up on this thing. The barrel could be the same length, same twist, and you have to detail that specific round and that recipe to that barrel, as well as not only that, but the bolt carrier group. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about bolt carriers. Once I start a bolt carrier in a gun, it stays with the gun forever.
Elster says that 60 grain VMAX blew the 68, the 75 grain bow-tailed hollow points out of the water even at 600 yards. Huh. All right, I might have to try that.
Try it.
It's like a heavier bullet.
I have a local facility here in Charlotte that has everything in stock and they got a whole table set with ammo and no one's even touched it. Absolutely hilarious. And I'm not, yeah.
Shut up. No one's ever going to think to go there to get ammo. Just be quiet. No, they don't even sell ammo, just reloading supplies.
RT, what did you do in the Navy?
Engineman.
Engine man or Benjamin?
Engineman.
All right. Be more specific or less specific.
Hey, Bad Billy, I don't run ballistic tips on any of my 5.56 stuff.
What did he say? Oh, don't ballistic tips fall through.
Fail.
Fail.
Well, just see them overheat, and they'll just melt away in flight, and then when you go through subsonic, boom, you're done.
What about the freaking my 6.5 Creedmoor freaking 147 ELDs were freaking fine. They keep on trucking. They work magically.
Engineman's basically a mechanic.
Okay.
It's without getting into like
Top secret stuff.
well, no, just basically it's a mechanic. A lot of internal combustion engine stuff like that. But as most people, a lot of people know, I was short timer anyway. I got a medical discharge. Only a few months after I got in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim Davis was a fire control.
Apparently, you're not allowed to sleepwalk on a boat.
Unless you can swim.
Now they discharged me for sleepwalking. I had gotten up in my rack several times. I've never actually taken a step out of bed, and I don't do it anymore. But I used to do it a lot when I was younger. And of course, I enlisted when I was 18. I was sitting up on my rack a lot, and it became a concern because apparently a guy had done that the year prior, fell out of his rack, cracked his fucking nugget open, and killed him.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, this was during Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton was cutting back on the military anyway, so it was very easy for them to go, see ya.
Yeah.
Had I known then what I knew a few years later, I did not know that as soon as I got back home, I could have turned around and went right to the recruiter's office and joined the Army, which I would have done if I'd have known that then.
Oder, how are you doing, my friend? Glad to say hi to you. I saw you in here. Whoa. Saw you in here earlier. I do appreciate you showing up. Yeah, that would be they don't tell you that though. Go
See, like
over and sign up for the freaking.
So you get put in holding, basically like a holding, for lack of better words.
For coronavirus too, like same thing.
No, when you're getting discharged, there's an X amount of time that passes that all the paperwork has to go through and all that stuff before you go home. And in that amount of time, of course, again, I'm 18 years old. I don't know better. I hear that if I am active and working out and doing all this other stuff, that they'll put me back in. And so here I am, I'm fucking busting my ass every day, trying to do what I can to get noticed, to get back put. No, that's a lie.
Yeah.
When you could have just signed up for another military branch.
So I was at I never saw a boat. I was still at NTC in Chicago or Great Lakes, and so I took a flight back home, back to Findlay, Ohio. I flight to Toledo and then drove to Findlay. But flight back home, I'm pissed off. About a month later, the Navy sends me a postcard saying, "Hey, ever thought about joining the Navy?" But I find out several years later that I could have enlisted in the Army that like the day I got back.
Assholes.
Hey, listen, the Army will take anyone. Okay. So, all right. Well, listen. Great Lake mistakes.
Great mistakes. That's a fact.
Great Lakes mistakes.
Great mistakes.
I was stationed up in Chicago for one of my duty stations, working at the federal building up there, and we had a lot of fun with the poor old Navy guys once they graduated from basic. Man, it was like, don't call me, I'll call you. Anyway.
Oh, that's awesome, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Knox, boom.
Well, which side did he put it on? I mean, because you're not supposed to show palm or back.
Maybe he's real short and it's on the top.
Oh,
I don't know.
at least in the Navy. I don't know. Yeah, the Navy, you're not supposed to show palm or back.
Yeah, doesn't Polish do it like this or some shit? The Polish army or something?
I don't know.
I've seen Coda Boy salute like, let's see, he's like this.
Oh hell no. No.
Yeah, see he does a tip.
I do it like this.
A tip. And in the Navy it's straight out, straight up, and the palm is flat.
Angle it down a little bit more. Just there you go. I have a like I've got my when my guys used to salute, it's like, okay, that was it. An official salute, it would be like
Oh, there is a difference.
Yeah, all the branches do it differently.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily the branches, because my brother was a Blue Angel pilot, and they did theirs like this. It's like, the blue.
That was it. When you stood there, and you like boom and put it right up.
Yeah.
You don't show the back or palm. You put it right up, and then right down.
Great salute, man. You know what? Here's the whole thing. I bust people's balls for their salute. I'm like, God, the worst thing in the entire world was when they had Nick. Who's that fucking actor? What's his name? Was in that movie when he was a ranger. Con Air.
Oh, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. He was supposed to be a ranger, and he's the only guy with long hair, and he's like. God, come on, man. Rangers lead the way, you stupid fuck. Anyway. All right, guys. Matt, I got to go, but it was a great talking to you, man. Love you long time. Happy innings. Cardboard man. With the
cardboard. I still got to pay it. Still.
You got to get you something with a headrest.
I know. Well, look at this shit. This is what happens when you're fat. I freaking broke this. I broke this one the other day.
I
just repatted it all. Took this thing off.
Broke a bar stool.
Put a bunch of padding on it. Hey, Matt, I need a welder. No. So I was like, what in the hell? This is just one of those little cheap-ass shop. This one's got a back on it, the one I'm sitting on right now, I guess, or I'd be falling over. a barber chair, Rick. Yeah, then Cody Boy can come over and I'll give him a mohawk like
Get you in a
P.L.
big
Pepper.
back chairs. All right, listen. Love you
Adios,
guys.
muchachos.
Love you. Matthias, be good. What part of Ohio are you from?
I'm from Northwest Ohio, up in the Findlay area. But of course, I live in Tucson now.
Yeah, my wife's from Detroit. So
Okay, that's
I gotta
only an
drive to-
hour and a half drive.
So after I get done with the turnpike, I hang a right on 75. Last time I went up there, it was snowing like motherfucking hell, and I was sitting there going, "Oh, this is great."
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I deal with that every
All right,
year.
Rick, you're from California, but you now currently reside in North Carolina. It's okay. I'll pull up the satellite vision of your house here. We'll show everybody how the assault will happen. But anyway, all right. Love you long time, guys. Got to go.
Have a good one. I'll be on the
All right.
road with the Creedmoor.
I hear you, bud. Let's get together. We got to figure it out.
Well, I'm not coming into work. I'm supposed to fly tomorrow, and I'm not doing it. So I got another like 40 days off.
Oh,
You know what that means? That means more live chats.
that
I
means
can't
you and
do
I
that.
can do some live shooting. See ya.
I'll be. I'm ready to
Later.
go.
Y'all take care, man. I'm hanging up now. All right. I'm out. I'm actually gonna hang up. Love you both.
Adios,
Yeah.
muchachos. Be safe.
Matt, be careful with the dogs and the cats, man. I just don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. Okay.
Up there. So
We got a little.
They taste
Look at it.
good.
Look at you back there. Hey, Ollie, come here. Watch this shit. Ollie, come here. Come here, Ollie.
but puppies are crunchy with ketchup.
Oh, there.
That's what? Like chips.
This is the one that's
Like,
he is.
what'd you end up naming that dog, Matt?
The dog's name is Draco after the AK-47.
Oh, nice.
Right
Yeah.
here. He's Oliver.
He's in the house. Oh, yeah. You can't even see it, but it's nose.
I know. Look at the little guy.
Oh.
He's the one that's well marbled, aren't you? 'Cause
He's
I fed
the
you-
one that he cleans up your beard after a good dinner.
Yeah, that's the brown dog. He's gay. Anyway, we don't. Okay. I'll be good. Take care. Love you a long time. Happy
Talk to you
Bye.
later. Peace out. All right. See, Matt, we wasted an hour and 22 minutes.
Matt, did you have a sister named Stephanie? No, I did not.
Nope.
That's an odd question.
Well, it's
Have a-
David. He's odd anyways.
I have a sister.
Does she go by Stephanie? Oh, Stephanie.
I don't much talk to her though.
I got a sister in California, a stepsister, and our birthdays are on the exact same day. But I haven't talked to her in a while. Actually, I think yesterday's chat, her son was on it. I saw him in the comment section, which was pretty cool. He was in the Army. He just got out a couple years ago. He was in the Army.
Yeah. So I got out of the Navy and I was again short timer. Levi Cummings says it's snowing in Arizona right now. I must be northern Arizona then, because it's not down here in Tucson. Anyway, and I ended up hooking up with some guys that had all operational experience, combat vets, had all combat MOSs, former SF guys, SEALs, of course, some infantry guys and all that stuff. And that's who I really hooked up with in my younger years. That taught me all the stuff that I know, and I worked with them for a long time. And that's kind of how I got to where I'm at now, where I'm teaching people.
Yeah, makes sense. There's
I've
a
always said, you know, of all the people that I've worked with, all the people that have like trained me or I've gone to classes with, or people that I've just worked as an equal with, the people that have had the biggest wealth of knowledge and been able to relay that knowledge, right? So
Yeah.
your knowledge means nothing at least as an instructor. Knowledge means nothing if you cannot teach it.
exactly.
You know,
I've seen that, unfortunately.
so these, like the special operations guys that I've worked with, they were not only the largest wealth of knowledge, but they were also the most capable of teaching it. And I think that's because of that extra level of stress that they've experienced in their jobs.
Yeah.
That has enabled them to take any situation and any person really and kind of find that way to work with them.
No, that makes sense because, well, like you said earlier, even if you know everything and you can't transfer it over to the person, it's it doesn't do anybody any good because you can be the best shooter in the world, the fastest shooter, the longest, best shooter, but if you can't figure out how to tell somebody how to do what you're doing, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the one thing good about. I know you met Ray on here a couple times, probably or whatever. I don't know if you watch a show channel, but he's from instructing driving. He was a professional driver with BMW for so long that his ability to teach somebody something is fun to just watch. It's amazing how he can do it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, you can't. A good instructor, even a good instructor. So, like, and of course, their knowledge base only has to be as big as what they're teaching at that moment, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a guy that's only doing like concealed weapons classes, he doesn't have to be a SEAL.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like, what are we learning? I thought we were going to learn how to carry a pistol. What?
Right? Yeah.
Room clearing. What?
Yeah. Move, shoot, communicate. You know, moving, bounding. Yeah.
And you're going to be with a team of blah 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 amount of people. Yeah. Whoa.
Right. Yeah. Like you're going to look at. Damn. Cool backgrounds don't give you good internet, apparently. Was Matt saying that Daniel's untrainable? No, I don't think I've said that. Daniel, you mean Daniel got as my judge? No. And you must be a patient teacher. That is true. You know how many times he saw HESA said you must be a patient teacher. You know how many times I have sat there and we're doing transition drills, right? So I have a class of 4 or 5, and I have 2 targets set up. I'll have a paper target or a cardboard like IDPA target and a steel target, and they're basically right next to each other at about 10 yards, and we're doing just close quarters, just transition stuff. So you start with your rifle, go pop, transition, and then hit the steel with the pistol. And guys that will have like their sling on backwards, and it's like, no, dude, you get, this is how. Oh no, it's personal preference. No, it's not personal preference. Like there's a lot of things, like the color of your gun is personal preference. you know,
30-round mag, 40-round mag, personal preference.
Personal preference. The way your sling is on your body, it's designed to be a certain way.
Well, here's a good question for you because, as you know, I was doing. I did that DMM match, and then I basically the sling had kicked my ass because I don't ever train with the sling. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start training with the sling, and I haven't actually been training with the sling, but I haven't even shot an AR in a while. I've been shooting mostly long range stuff. But I went out and bought that Blue Force.
Well, the Blue Force Gears thing.
Yeah, one of the issues is when you put so it's slung down here. When you put the man, it's raining. When you put the button right here on the outside, right, and you're shooting, let me see if I can remember how this worked. But if you transition over to your other side, like say you want to go around a corner on your weak side, it chokes you if you don't run it a certain way. Like if you have it on the inside, like I need a piece of something.
Are you gonna care? Do you care if I show a gun?
Try to be kind of do the end or something. I don't know if it really matters, but I think I can get the point across so you'll understand. All right, so here's a Blue Force, right? So it's going around like this. So it's this way on my thing. But if I plug in, and this is the gun, if I plug in, okay, so here's the stock, right? If I plug in on this side,
yes,
there's a huge difference if I go like this.
Yes.
So like when I transition to weak, well, this gun here really sucks. So it's not as easy as it. So when I make things longer and I try to go, basically I'm grabbing it this way now. It if it's on the other side, it'll choke you out. But if it's on, I think it's this side,
there's a couple things to go along with that. Number one, so if you're running strong side, right, and your sling is on the outside of your stock.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple things. When you drop your rifle and it's slung, and you tighten it up, having that on the outside will bring that buttstock into your body.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So you have a better range of motion with your arms. So that's first and foremost. Second, even with it out there like that, and you have it adjusted loose, right, back towards your body.
Yeah.
Yes, switching hands is easier, but also if you're shooting strong hand and you just swim out of that sling real quick, so now the sling, instead of being around here, is just drooping here. Now you have all of this room, and you switch shoulders.
So it's just easier to swim out of it and then transition over to the other side.
I mean, if you're in a big hurry, you can jerk that sling. That's going to give you enough room to get over really quick, even if you don't properly switch shoulders.
And jerk it to make it longer, or what?
No, you jerk it to kind of get it around your neck.
Oh, okay.
So
being on your shoulder, it'll come up here.
Yeah.
Give you a little more room to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I when you don't train with something, I did a video a while back, but if you don't train with something, man, you fucking, and all of a sudden you got to have one of those to get up this, Connex box. Holy crap. Yeah. But I learned a lot. That's the reason why I do those. I don't really care if I look like an idiot because the whole time I'm learning something. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, see, I don't do, if I had a cameraman that would follow me around.
Yeah.
Because I want so badly to make a really good room clearing or building entry video, informational video.
Uh-huh.
But it's hard to do, almost impossible in my opinion, to do with a static camera.
Yeah. Well,
so
yeah, it makes total sense for sure. You'd almost have to set up a couple cameras just as you're going around, you could see yourself or something.
Right. And so I like when there's I told you about that abandoned ranch house.
Yeah.
That's where I take people to do mount stuff and room clearing and building entry, because we use that house. And like when I clear that on my own, you'll see me use my strong side, right? You'll see me transition using strong side grip
Yeah.
on some hallways. And then you'll see me as I'm approaching other doorways, swim out and actually switch grips to, and there I have a doorway right here. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
But to switch grips to get to weak side.
Yeah.
And then you got to know when to sling it and grab your pistol, because not every place is big enough, even with a 10.5-inch, rifle. Not every place is big enough for a damn long gun.
Yeah, it makes sense. Small corridor, hallway.
You get in a short room.
Yeah.
There's some of these short rooms that I've been in.
Sure. What do we got out here? Jackson took pistol 1, but I'd love to take one of his AR classes. Did Jackson take a class from you?
No, I think he's talking about Telluric Group.
Oh, okay.
I think he's talking about Telluric. John Lovell.
Oh, I like that guy. I never met him in person, but I like his demeanor and stuff. Like, he's kind of the opposite. And I watch James Yeager, and I like some of the stuff he says, but he's very abrupt the way he says it, where John Lovell's on the other side of it. And then, like, in the middle of it is like Reed Hendrich.
There's two people that I would love to. There's tons of good instructors out there that don't have YouTube channels.
Yeah, sure. I'm out of bet.
But and that's something that bugs me the most. Is like there's a lot of people out there that if Yeager,
thanks for the night info. Later, guys. Have a good night, Otto. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Jackson, I guess I didn't realize he didn't work for Telluric anymore. But there's those people out there that are like, if Yeager or one of these guys with the YouTube channel that are instructors doesn't say it, it must not be true.
Yeah,
it drives me nuts. But what was I going to say? Where was I going with that? I can't remember. There's two people I would love to take Camara, and I want to take a class with John Lovell.
Yeah. And they travel around quite a bit. So I know John, he's always going somewhere. He was actually in California maybe a month ago.
Yeah, well, like I don't know. So I watch YouTube on my TV. Right? I have the YouTube app, and that's where I watch most of my YouTube. And like I'll turn something on and walk away. I'll be listening to it from the kitchen or from the other room. And one of his videos came on, and he said that if you're not in his Patreon, you probably won't get a class because because everybody in his Patreon gets a 48-hour head start on everybody. And by the time the class is actually publicly published, everybody in his Patreon has already filled the class.
That's good for him, but
yeah, good for him.
Yeah, sucks for
the rest of us.
I would actually like to take a class from Typosaurus Rex. I think that'd be pretty cool. I really want to shoot, like, I know this is like over the top and stupid, but someday, just as a bucket list thing, I'd like to shoot 2 or 3 miles. Now, I know you have to have the special rifles and all the special bullshit. All I'm saying is I want to go to that, like a class like that, and borrow a rifle that it would take to get to that, just to take it off my bucket list. 2 mile shot, bing, I hit the steel target. I do it a couple times, probably pack my shit and go figure out what my next bucket list thing is. But I think it would be just cool to say, oh yeah, I'd shot a 10-inch steel or a 30-inch steel at 2 miles. That'd be kind of cool. But Tybor, I always say his name.
Rex.
Yeah, he's got some cool stuff. Actually is in South Carolina well, I don't know, with all the coronavirus stuff going on, but he had 3 classes that'd be kind of fun to see. I get personal instructor by Ray all the time, so I mean, I don't need to go to the class. I just think it'd be cool to go to the class and meet the guy. And
I'm getting ready to take a couple local classes this year. It's been about 5 years since I went to a class of anybody's. Just because, I mean, shit, I'm so busy on the weekend. If I'm not out in the cartel areas, I'm teaching, you know?
yeah,
And if I'm not doing those two, I'm making YouTube videos. But I told myself this summer there's a guy here. He's actually the FFL that I use. He was a Marine, and then he was a SWAT cop. And I'm not big on getting instruction from cops. I think they're probably the least, generally speaking. I'm not saying all of them, but
yeah,
generally speaking, the cops that I've worked with are probably the least knowledgeable people, and or least qualified. But he was a SWAT cop, which I think helped him out. But of course, he was also Marine, and he was combat vet Marine, and I'm going to take 2 of his classes this summer, probably his Rifle 1 class and his Rifle 2 class, or Carbine 1 and Carbine 2, I guess they're called.
okay, that'll be cool. That's well, it's kind of crazy too. If you we can talk about it for a minute. Is like I don't know what the percentage would be, but let's just call it 80%. 80% of police officers really don't enjoy shooting. They only qualify every 6 months or whatever it is for their department. Then the other 20% are straight up love shooting, go do competitions, actually enjoy the love of shooting, whatever. And so you always usually see the guy, the police officer that has no idea about the laws of the guns and all that stuff. And that's one of the 80%er guys. And then there's those 20% that are up on everything and very knowledgeable.
Again, that's by no means. You know what? I've been asked a few times by people who I would train with and all that other stuff, right? And I shit you not, I've made this video 4 times. But every time I do it, every time I make the video, during the editing process, I delete it. Because I just I just know that the cop comment is going to draw so much hate. And I don't mean all cops,
Yeah.
I'm not even bashing cops, but the people on the right, and I mean, that would include me, but people on the right are so like blue line, everything a cop does is great. And it's just like, oh my God, this is going to draw so much fire that I just don't want to do it.
I could definitely, I know what you're talking about. Well, and a lot of cops feel the same way. It's like, they're like, I don't like what the cops are doing. Even the cops are saying that. Like, I don't like I don't like what the sheriff's making us do, per se. It could be part of it, I'm not going to abide by it or whatever the case is. So Tim Davis is right, though. He says most cops are not gun guys. It's just a tool for their job. Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird because I've always been a big gun guy, and I'll sit there talking to cops because in the fire service, I mean, we're always together. They're either making sure the building's clear so we can go in to fix the medical aid that was attempted suicide or whatever the case is. And, so we're always chatting with cops. And most of them are pretty awesome people, but there's definitely a few douchebags in there for sure. You're like, oh, you're the one bad apple,
Like there's a guy I grew up with. His name's Ryan. The last time I talked to him, and I even talked to him up to this point, even though he was a cop, which I know sounds bad, but The last time I talked to him, mind you, this is a guy I was friends with for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Last time I talked to him is he became a sheriff and said, I can't wait for somebody to resist arrest.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's those guys.
And I have not talked to him. That was
he in the military?
probably 20 years ago now.
Was he in the military?
No.
The one thing I noticed we've been getting lately, okay, so there's a lot of guys that like Desert Storm, basically, they started a long time ago.
He was too fat. He was too fat to get in the military.
They did their 20 years in the military, and then they go out and become a police officer. Well, like tactics a little bit are a little bit different when it comes to talking with the public, or there's a difference between blowing doors open in Baghdad and blowing doors open in I'm not talking room clearing stuff. I'm just talking like how their presence is almost over exaggerated, like they think they're still in Fallujah when they're dealing with the public at a house. Like they're not figuring out. The police departments were hiring all these guys, which is good. I think they should come back and have jobs, but they weren't figuring out a way to like vamp them down.
Well, I think one of the problems is not the former military or the military background. I think one of the problems is, and anybody out there that's a cop can obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but from the cops that I've talked to and actually worked with, they've all agreed with the statement that cops, generally speaking, are taught to act as if every person is a potential enemy or a potential threat.
Yeah, I could see some of that.
And so that's when, because when you're kicking down doors in Somalia, you go through that door with the intention on leaving pretty much chaos behind. Depending on what you got going on, depending on what your mission parameters are. But every door you kick down, there's a potential person behind that with an AK that's ready to take you out. And so that's how you enter that situation. In the real world and here in citizen land, every door you kick down is probably 99% good people.
Yeah. Well, like a good example would be the guy kicking the door down in Fallujah. But then the difference is like serving a search warrant. Like I'm coming in, here's the paperwork kind of thing, but then completely cluster fricking everything because he's basically, I wouldn't say flashing back, but he's not doing, like, don't fucking throw all my shit. You're not looking for drugs or whatever. You don't have to take everything out and just throw it on the ground kind of deal. Like,
I can tell you that doors that I go through, right, which there's never anybody home. Well, okay, that's actually a lie. There's sometimes people home, but it's not really a home. It's abandoned ranch houses. That you find all over the place down here in the desert. You find abandoned ranches all over down by the border and out in some of these areas. And when we come across them, I enter them as if there's one of those, drug smugglers with a gun.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because it's an abandoned house. I don't know. I just think that they're like when you become a police officer, they want you to command the scene. That's what your job is to do. Is like you show up, you're supposed to say, "I'm the shit, and this is how it's gonna be," basically. You know what I mean? I'm in charge of this scene, whatever the scene is. And there's a difference between that and then like way over here, like you're like, what is up with this dude? Like, holy shit. Yeah. I mean, we're there. I'm like, what is going on with this guy? He must be new or something. I don't know. So
Nick Knox says, "Damn zombies out there." I would love for there to be zombies out in the desert. I would have so much fun. You know,
Oh
you
my
know how
God.
my YouTube videos would be.
That would be badass. I'm telling you, I'm a little bummed out about this coronavirus thing. Like when you pass away, you just pass away, which is, it's good. But like, it'd be kind of cool if we could get some zombie action. Like, and I don't want the zombies from whatever that one movie was where they run really fast. I want this to be like all slow motion, like, like what's the other one? What's the big zombie show? What is that?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, well, I want Walking Dead zombies where it's just like all slow and shit. I don't want those like real fast ones on like whatever that movie was, Z or whatever. I'm like, hell no with that. I'd be dead in a heartbeat. Fuzzport, you have a good one, buddy.
You thought I was kidding about eating cats. This one's missing a leg. I got so hungry.
Yeah, one bite at a time.
But so a guy at work said that the zombies are already out. That we already have zombies. And he was talking about the people like out shopping for toilet paper and all that. And I said, no. I said, those aren't zombies. He goes, why do you say that? I said, you have to hit a zombie in the head to kill its brain. I said, zombies have brains.
I gotta see if I want to see Range 15. It looks like. Have you
Range
seen?
15 is great.
Really?
It is cinematic masterpiece.
I'm gonna write this shit down because I want to check it out. I'm gonna write it right here on my notebook.
Range 15 is a great movie.
Is it a Netflix thing or what?
I don't know if it's on Netflix or it probably is.
Range 15. All right, I got it. Got it here on my notebook.
Yeah, it's a Matt Best movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like 300. 300 was a freaking man. That was freaking. Those sword fights and all the gore and shit. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Made by all veterans. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Marcus Luttrell's in it. Of course, Matt Best and the Black Rifle Coffee Crew, all those guys, they're all vets. They're in it. I don't remember if oh shit, who's that guy's name? Guy missing a leg.
Missing a leg?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name. Derek White. Yeah, Whiter. I think it's what it is.
Is that the guy that was on YouTube with doing all the exercise stuff with the one leg?
Yeah, I think so. Derek White. I don't know if he's in it or not. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of guys in that.
On YouTube movies. Thanks, Levi. I'll check that out. The Lilith brings up actually kind of a cool thing. She says she saw a lady buying 3 24 packs of toilet paper and 5 cases of water, and like, why don't there more people prepare? The good thing about this coronavirus, hopefully it doesn't get crazy and take everybody out, but I think a lot more people are going to be preppers. Not so much preppers per se, but they're going to start putting some stuff back. They're going to start preparing for just anything, So I think that's kind of a good step forward. She's good for 4 months at this point. Also, I can fish and grow vegetables. There you go.
So I was at a Walmart market today, not the super centers, but the neighborhood market stores.
Oh.
And it's funny. All the water's gone, right? All the toilet paper's gone. All the bleach is there. All the soaps are there. All the things that matter.
Yeah.
But there's like bread's gone. What the fuck are you gonna do with 90 loaves of bread? all the bread's gone, all the water's gone, and all the toilet paper's gone. But all the medications are there. Like the medication aisle's full. All the bleaches and scrubbers are there. Like, what?
I can hear that. Yeah. Hey, conservative sniper hunter, how you doing? My wife went to the store today, and I was like, first she said, "I'm gonna go to the grocery store," and I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna go again?" And she's all, "Do you need anything?" I'm all, "No, but just check around, like walk all the aisles and see, what kind of carnage you got." And everything was filled up except toilet paper and the cleaning hand sanitizer. It's like, come on, people. Oh, you know what I did yesterday? Was it yesterday? So Coda Boy texts me, and he says, "Go get fuel in your car right now." So I call him all, "What the hell's going on?" He's all at 3:30. They're gonna raise the threat level and possibly do a thing with fuel where you can only get so much, kind of deal, ration it. And I'm like, all right. So I go fill up my wife's car and mine. And then I go, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over to Tractor Supply and I'm going to buy another 5-gallon can, and I'm going to get a siphon kit. Because I've tried siphoning water from a motorhome. So I got 80 gallons of fuel in a motorhome, and I leave it topped off. So it's like a storage unit. You know what I mean? Like a big gas can, right? I tried siphoning that shit. I bought a 10-foot hose. I bought the little pump and the other thing. I could not get that that pipe is so long getting to that freaking motorhome. So I figured out I'm gonna have to undo it and run it through the top. But
get one of the easy siphon valves. It's what it is.
The shaker one?
The shaker one.
Yeah. I tried, mine's got a little, and I couldn't do it. I could not get it to work on the motorhome. I couldn't get it to work on my wife's car. I couldn't get it to work on my car, and they were completely full. I couldn't get past the second little flipper deal.
Well, they only have so much lift to them.
Yeah.
And real quick before it goes away, I just saw, oh, damn it, it's already gone.
I couldn't get Tim. I was blowing on it to see if I was even into the wet stuff yet. And
Levi Cummins says, never tell Border Patrol you're just out killing coyotes. I had up by Flat Top, which is west of I-10, south of I-8, out by Flat Top, we were out there, and there was a Border Patrol agent that came across my group, and of course we were in full multicam and plate carriers and everything else, and he knew what we were doing. He just wanted to hear it out of our mouths, and basically he just said, he was like, if you see coyotes or smugglers out here, he goes, just shoot them. He said the coyote, the birds and animals will take care of it, and I don't have to do the paperwork because this is way too high up in the mountains for us to give a shit about coming back up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I won't say what his name was, but I do have his phone number now.
Hey, I just happened to have some food, some crow food. I think this is a good comment by Idaho Rogers. There's going to be a ton of never fired guns at the thrown up at the pawn shops.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. What else is going on? All right, 2 more minutes there, Matt, and we can call it a day.
Yeah, too bad all those guns being pawn shops in California, though.
Yeah, they're all going to have stupid, like, 9-round mags with a one in the chambery kind of deal. Let's see, I had a shock train by. One thing I looked for was some pool shock, and I didn't find any. I was a little bummed about that, but whatever. I'm really not worried. I got enough stuff. I got plenty of water here. Hell, I got a stream on the property that's the property line. It's just, a small stream, but it runs all year long. So that's kind of cool. Buying guns. The best part is, I think a lot of them are like, what? I got to wait 10 days to get one of these in California? They're freaking the hell out. This is an emergency. It's coronavirus. I want my gun now.
I think if you ever voted for gun control, you should never be allowed to buy one.
Yes, I agree. They're figuring stuff out, though. All right, everybody. We are at 2 hours of fun and enjoying. Hope you guys are finished with your popcorn and your drinks. I'm out of sweet tea, so we got to end this thing. I might die of dehydration. He saw says Sigs. Conservative sniper, Nick Knox. Have fun, buddy. One more year and you'll make it back to the States. And Tim Davis, appreciate it. Jerry Parker. Matt, it was a pleasure having you on, my friend. Lily Star, always a pleasure hanging out. Levi Cummins, Milspec Grunt, Idaho Rogers, and LZ USA. If you're still here, my friend. And make sure I don't miss anybody. Jackson. Can't forget
Tim
Jackson.
Davis. I have not heard that, and I don't know. Peace, love, and chicken grease. He left out the love, but man, I haven't heard that in forever.
All right, you guys, you have a wonderful night. I like your guys' comments. We'll probably do some camo on the back walls here. And we'll see how it turns out. Figure something out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then a green screen kind of deal. Maybe I'll just, I think I have a piece of that big green screen. I can hang it over the top when I use it. I don't use green screen much.
Hey, whatever you do,
just don't put patches.
Don't do a fucking patch wall. But whatever you do, whatever lights you normally use,
these ones,
get them the hell away from you.
Am I bright right now?
No, not here, but in your, like a lot of your normal like pre-recorded videos.
Oh yeah.
You're squinting and you can tell that like the lights are bright as fuck on you.
Well, I got more room to back up now, so it's better. Before I was like jammed up against the light
I'm watching your videos and I'm like, I can feel the heat off your lights. It's like, damn, dude, you got to be cooking because you're all like, hey, everybody, how you doing?
How you doing? I can't.
I'm on the surface of the sun.
Yes, you have these. I have one of those and another one of those. Yeah, they were good. LED. Bought them a few years ago. Yeah, I want to try to figure. I'm going to dial this little place in now that I got the wall up. Probably get them so they're just up there and I don't have to mess with them. But all right, you guys, we're going to end this. John Jeffries, Orion Fixer. That's why I wanted to wait a minute. He saw. I think I got probably everybody in there now. So I appreciate you guys showing up. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm around for 40 damn days, I think. So I'm sure there's going to be a couple live chats in there. If you're not familiar, get over to Patreon, RTT Guns and Gear as well. And mine is patreon.com/isyour6covered. And check that out. And Matt, yours is patreon.com/
RTT Guns and Gear. All right, /RTT Guns Gear.
Does it have the little dots?
No, just RT. It's patreon.com/RTT Guns Gear.
Guns Gear. There you go. Go check it out. See if it's something you enjoy, you like. But we're going to get back into the Patreon chat. So the reason for that is we can show guns and have a lot more fun and break the chains to freedom with the stupid YouTube rules and laws. All right, with that said, we are out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, see ya on the